What's up, my movie misfits, and welcome back to the Koffin Click, your weekly horror review show that digs up the movies your sanity tried to bury. As always, I'm Jeff, and I'm back with
Justin.
And
welcome
Juan.
in, everybody.
And one.
And we're back here to guide you through the creepy, the campy, and the catastrophically bad. So grab your jimmies, your chickens, alcohol, and let's dig in. As always, if you like what we do, please head over to ProWrestlingTees.com/Koffin Click and get some merch. Also, Bela Con 5 is happening Saturday, June 6th. Our good friend Julio will be there. So I don't know what happened, but you guys weren't here last week, and I was forced to talk about movies by myself.
That sounds like it was unfortunate for you or something.
It sucked. Like,
I'm sorry.
No, life happens. But, like, I realized clearly that I cannot do this by myself.
You did okay. I liked it. I liked
it too.
Great.
I think
You were pretty good.
I appreciate
once again
that.
you're being rough on yourself.
Yeah.
I know.
Figure it
that.
out, bud.
That's you're going. But like I appreciate that. But like after like I listened to my own episode and I was like, God, I hate the sound of my voice. It's better when I have you two here. So
well, fun fact, I hate the sound of my voice too, but my happy ass is here doing this anyway.
myself.
Ditto.
Indeed.
Yep, same here.
This week we have 3 very different movies.
Kinda.
Well, we did, but somebody in the group is dyslexic, and I almost fucked it. So we were supposed to watch. You know what? I'm gonna edit that part
Don't
out.
call him dyslexic because you made a bad text. All right.
I was talking about myself.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about me too.
I was like, don't drag him into it because he made a bad text that I think actually said Poltergeist.
It probably did. I probably went to go type Poltergeist, and then it was the other movie, and then I was like, oh wait, but it's good because somewhere around here I have the taxi from Poltergeist.
Yeah.
75 Plymouth Fury.
I'll be
That's a
honest
good
with you. My wife is always saying I spell things phonetically. So anyway, so that's the reason why I saw. That's why I thought you were talking about me. I was like,
No.
I'm sorry, my bad.
One day, I will build a blacked out version of Christine, just because.
Oh, that'd be wicked. I'll help you. I mean, I'll watch you do it and hand you tools, and then you can tell me when I hand.
Well, I mean, I got Mikey. Shout out Mikey. What's up, my South Dakota brother? Well, wait, he's in Sill right now because he went back into the.
So.
I know, I love that man.
The first movie we have is a movie I'm surprised we haven't touched on yet, just because of how not popular it is, but the weight that it put on the horror genre when it came out June 25th, 1982, and that is The Thing.
Yeah.
This movie is wild.
You said it wrong. John Carpenter is The Thing.
Well, I was getting to who directed and whatnot.
No, but wasn't there like a bunch of like promo stuff where Louis said John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yeah, that was back in the day when you had to know who was directing something. But as Justin pointed out, this movie it's directed by John Carpenter, written by Bill Lancaster and John W. Campbell Jr. Yeah. And this movie stars the 80s. Kurt Russell as McCready, Wilford Brimley as Blair, and I hate that every time I see Wilford Brimley, I think of the diabetes joke from Family Guy.
I mean, we literally like give Cade the nickname of I'm Wilford Brimley and I'm here to talk about diabetes because Nikki's cat will sit there. He's a biggish boy. Like we think he's mixed with Mancoon even though he isn't, or as far as she knows. But he will literally sit there like in the position on the floor that Wilford Brimley is in that damn chair in that commercial.
Jesus.
So yeah, we just stand there and like, oh, what's up, diabetes?
And then it's also Keith David as Childs. So my little fun facts about this movie is that John Carpenter has stated that out of all of his films, this is his personal favorite. And that man made some fantastic fucking movies.
And then he did something to ruin it later, but
it's okay.
It's for another time.
Yes. It has become a tradition in British and Arctic research stations to watch The Thing as part of their midwinter feast and celebration held every June 21st, which has to be wild.
I didn't know that.
It's like, hey guys, we're about halfway through. We're gonna watch The Thing. I'm sorry, what? This movie, like I said, is has to be top 10 best horror movies of all time. This is probably also one of the most, and I was very happy to rewatch it because it's been a while since I've watched it, or rewatched it, I should say. This is one of the most anxiety-inducing movies out there. Like, the first time I saw it, I don't think I got up to do anything. Like, I didn't pause it. I didn't use that. I don't know if I ate the entire time this movie was on because it's. And also, I thought that Kurt Russell was Jeff Bridges for a while. I'm a big Jeff Bridges guy, but I was like, oh, that's crazy. Oh wait, that's Kurt Russell. Shit.
Well, I know he made this movie way before he made the other movie, but every time I see him, the only thing I could think of is Blitzkin. I think that's how they say his name. And what is it? New York movie where he's. It's the same actor,
Escape
right?
from New York?
Yeah, Escape from New York. Isn't that the same actor?
Snake
Blitzkin. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like foreskin or something.
No.
What are you talking about?
No,
but it's
a Snake Blitzkin. There you go. I think that's how you say it.
It's so weird because seeing him with like in Escape from New York, like clean shaven, because of this movie, I always expect to see Kurt Russell with a beard.
Right.
Like he even came back in Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight to do the same thing that he did in this movie because that's what that's based on.
He has a beard when he's the living planet in Guardians too.
Did you know originally that was supposed to be David Hasselhoff? Because of the joke in Guardians 1 that, Hasselhoff was his dad. They were trying to get Hasselhoff to do it. Yeah. And I forgot the reason why he didn't do it. I mean, I'm under the presumption that nobody hassles the Hoff, so...
Yeah.
But yeah.
maybe so Disney funny. Was hassling him then.
Okay, so this movie... I love this movie. I know we say that a lot, but I do love this movie. I love the special effects in this movie. There's not that many movies. Well... Okay, granted, they don't actually hold up to nowadays, but they're still great. They're still awesome. I love the dog movie, the dogs, when the dog attacks the other dogs and how his face rips open. And then they show all the little tentacles coming out of his body.
Laid a lot of groundwork for future Resident Evil villains.
Right, yeah, exactly, right.
Jesus,
So, I mean, that's cool. Let's see. One of my favorite kills is when he's going to do the autopsy and then the stomach just grabs bites his hands off and
I found out how they did that.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I watched the thing. No, I don't remember, but go ahead. I watched it though yesterday.
The way that they did that scene is they had a stunt double in who didn't already have arms. He was an amputee.
Oh yeah.
From an accident, so they just used him.
Actually, they did the same thing in, I think it was The Walking Dead. One of the zombies that didn't have any legs. Oh, it was the guy that
the crawler or whatever.
The crawler, and I think it was season 1 or whatever. The crawler, he was an amputee, and they just put like big body parts on the end, and he like was crawling towards Rick Grimes and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, because that's when he had like just got out the hospital and was like all like screwed up, like trying to figure out everything, right?
Yeah.
So he's like barely getting along, and here's this crawler zombie. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that was an actual
cool,
real person, amputee that was crawling on the ground.
That's cool.
Why, Carl? Why?
Yeah. But yeah, so I like it when they do that, when they use real people in the movies instead of just like special effects or whatever. I mean, plus, hey, they got a job, right?
Right.
So that's
Make
cool.
that money.
Yeah, exactly. Make that money. But so there's a lot of great scenes in the movie, and one of the things that makes this movie so good is that it's horror, yes, it's sci-fi, but it's also shows you how people react in real life situations. When you're in the middle of nowhere, you can't escape. There's only like freaking what is it, North Pole, South Pole, whatever pole they were at, where there's like no way to really escape. How do you handle it? What do you do? Like, everybody turns on each other.
Yeah, then even
everywhere.
like the end of the movie. Not to jump straight to that, but Childs literally says, discussion of all the plot nonsense in the years following later, I suppose. Mm-hmm. But Childs literally just goes, "Oh, I got lost in the storm." Like he thought about taking off. Basically, is what that's inferring.
Yeah,
like I'm just gonna start walking through the Antarctic. Because fuck all this, you know?
Right, exactly.
And then I guess he got turned around and came back for the end. But still, you know, that's, right. Just that on its face is like a thing to me.
Yeah, exactly. And who's the alien, who's not an alien.
I was going to say, like, finding out who got assimilated first and how to track that down, and it's wild. And see everybody's theories online. Like, that movie is still getting, like, that theory today of, like, hey, what happened when...
Right. Yeah, is the alien still out there? Is it not? The two guys that were left, you know, which one was the alien? Did they really kill the alien?
Apparently, there's a Thing video game, and apparently it's canon, and McCready is in it. Yeah. So that means Childs is the one who died, because Childs got assimilated, and there's the whole Blue Jacket controversy, and it's like... And like, I love puzzles and I love like theories, you know, when it comes to movies like this. And The Thing is one of those movies that I sit and watch, and then I'm just like, I'm just going to enjoy this for what it is.
Yeah. Right. It's I do that with all movies.
Like, not so much a pun, but like, it's very self-contained as a movie. Mm-hmm. You know, again, no pun intended, considering of where it takes place. But when they filmed this movie too, a lot of it was obviously filmed on sets. It was like 100 and something degrees outside. So they're in here filming this cold winter movie. It probably had to be
in Antarctica. Sweating their asses off.
Right, yeah. Sweating for 2 reasons.
Right. So, let's see, what else do I got to say about this movie? Everybody acted pretty good, even though I've heard online that people say, oh, there's bad acting or whatever. I thought it was good.
There's bad acting in everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's good and bad acting in everything. But like you said, there's like discussions still online to this day, you know, about the movie and conspiracy theories and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Which actually makes this movie so great because people still talk about it to this day.
Yeah, I mean, this one, I've seen it, I don't know, 3-4 times. I don't know, Kurt Russell's just awesome, though. Like, he's in so much stuff. And, like, him playing McCready in this is just, like, funny to me.
Like, I hope when I get older, I have McCready, like, facial hair and beard. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just wake up. And, like, he was also Santa Claus, too. But, like...
You're right.
It's just McCready. But, like, I just... Not to cut you off, but, like, every time I see this movie, I'm like, that's my guy.
No, and, I mean, I actually, kind of helped infer this one in because we probably far missed it by the time this gets to all you people. But the big like remastered Blu-ray DVD thing was coming out when I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, we should do this at some point."
And I'm surprised it took this long for us to get to John Carpenter.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly. That's kind of.
I feel like that should have been, you know, for a horror podcast, like first few episodes, like hey.
At least in the first 10, but
let's hit the greats here.
We're different cats, you know. It's fine.
Actually, there's still some older movies we still need to review.
There's
talking about old classic horror movies.
Oh well, yeah, like Nosferatu.
Yeah, like Nosferatu.
The original.
Yeah, like the original, Bela Lugosi. Yeah,
Bela Lugosi movies. Yeah. Frankenstein, the original, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about
very first Swamp Thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All that stuff. You know, I just had a random thought that probably one of my favorite animals, just based on majesticness, is a narwhal. And I can't believe there hasn't been some form of narwhal horror movie, or just movie in general, because there's all the Sharknadoes and all this, but there's no narwhal movie.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because I just saw Narwhal not too long ago, and the first thing I thought of was you.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, look, there's Narwhal. Where's Justin?
That was the first Magic the Gathering card I hunted down as, like, a single. Because there's a blue mana Narwhal in, like, Antiquities or some shit. Like, one of the first, 9 or 10 sets. That's one of the first ones I hunted down as like a reserve list faux single type thing that I was trying to do.
Wow.
And I have like 3 or 4 of them, and I'm just like, I love narwhals, man. I don't know.
So since while we're on the topic of space and space movies, I just want to shout out NASA and the astronauts that just came back from Earth.
Artemis.
That came back in one piece.
I actually watched them come back and stuff. But no,
so yeah, the 4 astronauts that made it back around the moon, they came back. Just want to let everybody know that is the first woman astronaut that made it to the moon and back, the first black astronaut that made it to the moon and back, and the first non-American
Canadian,
that made it to the moon and back safely. So it's historic. Just want to make that.
The news didn't make a big deal that I saw, so that sucks. But
yeah, I mean, I didn't get to watch it because I was at work, but the wife showed me when I got home, so I got to see them come in back into our Earth's atmosphere, which got me and the wife into a whole conversation of the ozone layer and stuff like that. But I won't get into that here.
Yeah,
but so
it was cool to see the splash.
So shout out to all the everybody that helped bring them back in one piece, and because I know it's a group effort, and I'm glad that 4 astronauts made it back home safe.
Science, bitch.
Yeah, that's all I kept seeing around is that, like, oh man, the flat earthers are mad now. There's HD pictures now.
Right. There's 4K of that shit.
Yeah. But no, I mean, and it wasn't just because I saw the Blu-ray release or whatever. I mean, this has always been one of my favorite movies because it starts basically as like a sci-fi movie, and then it just becomes this like self-isolated insanity instead of a traditional sci-fi movie.
Plus, don't forget, there's also the people that believe that there's more to our planet than, because like it's North Pole, South Pole, whatever, and we're surrounded by ice, and then there's more out there past the ice.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget about those people too.
Yeah.
Everybody has the right to their own opinion.
And then there's the people who think like there's a bunch of like alien civilizations and stuff inside the core and stuff.
It's a podcast. They can't get the meme, the aliens.
Aliens.
Lizard people. So no, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Anunnaki have been living, somewhere underground for decades, you know?
Don't forget Drow.
I only know that because of Giorgio Sulakos.
Yeah, that's why.
The Ancient Aliens and
I love that show.
That is probably one of, like, the last good rabbit holes. And this was years ago. It was at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, Ancient Aliens, what's this? And I don't think I went to bed for a good 48 hours. I just watched every episode I possibly could.
Dude, they're still making episodes now, I think.
Oh, God.
No,
He's in, there's a really good show with, speaking of aliens, with,
I was just saying, don't forget Drow and, was it Dithyankai? I always say it wrong. Am I saying that right?
the Githyanki?
There you go, that's the one.
from D&D?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll go with it.
Middle Earth.
But no, speaking of aliens, a resident alien with Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
There's I think it's in the second season, George shows up.
Yeah.
And, like,
Giorgio, yeah.
Yeah, Giorgio. Alan Tudyk is like, you idiot. And, like, he just kind of runs him, and I was like, the fuck's going on? You guys want to get into the ratings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or unless you want more space. No. Okay.
Space.
Pigs.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the joke I made when we were talking about it. It's, space is the final frontier, and the Antarctic's like the less final frontier for Earth, being in the Antarctic itself and like discovering things and stuff.
And it's crazy that we've explored more of space than we have of our own ocean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said narwhals, man.
Yep.
Explore
How
the
come
ocean.
There's not a NASA
Maybe there's like
ocean, whatever version of NASA?
Because nobody wants to go under the water. I know I don't.
Yeah, I want to go into space. I don't really want to fuck around in the ocean.
No.
I'd rather die where nobody can hear me scream than open my mouth and drown because I'm an idiot.
Well, same thing in space. Your lungs could get sucked out of your body or whatever.
Yeah,
happens in space.
But that's instantaneous.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about before the podcast. Like if there's an explosion in space, it'd be more like a shock wave.
A reverberation,
yeah, reverberation.
And I have a chance to meet, like, Star Wars aliens in space. I go under, like, you go that deep down in the ocean, there's probably big, like, Cthulhu-esque fish.
Oh, there
I'm
probably is.
dealing with that shit.
Right.
But
that glow in the dark or whatever, like
the
illumination or whatever.
Anglerfish.
yeah, the anglers, I love that.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of, before we give the ratings, you talking about narwhals, and you said, we have Sharknadoes. So are you asking for Null-nado?
No, I don't.
I mean, I don't know, but I just think there should be some form of, campy narwhal movie.
Mega Narwhal versus Spectacular Unicorn.
Justin, get to writing.
Yeah, I know, I will.
Oh my god.
You write it, well, make it.
Yeah, try to, yeah.
With styrofoam action figures we build, because
Yeah.
we ain't got that kind of money.
No, we can 3D print.
Here, I need you to print this big ass narwhal 7 times in these various positions to get 10 seconds of footage. Thank you. Here's your $300.
Yeah.
Killer narwhal.
It jumps out of the ocean, kills somebody, and then drags it back. It's a vampire.
I mean, it's basically the only, like, sea animal that's basically just a giant dagger.
Nah, you're right.
Yeah. The unicorn of the sea.
The unicorn of the sea, exactly.
All right, so you want to know the kill count of this movie? Fantastic movie?
The Nardy Narwhal versus the Seductive Swordfish.
What the?
4.
4, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Go on.
3.5. Reloaded.
All right, so the kill count for this movie, I just counted the humans, so I didn't count the dogs, even though I was going to. It's 12 kills and 1 undetermined kill. Well, actually, it was 2, I think. 2 undetermined kills. You couldn't tell if they were men or women. But
it was just 12 men.
yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying...
Yeah, the Norwegians were still all men in their...
No, I know that, but I'm saying the corpse that they pull up, because you don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Yeah.
And then...
That's true.
Yeah.
Right, so, like I said, so 1 indeterminate male or female kill, so...
Gold
technically
edition,
11 altogether if you don't count the animals.
Yeah.
And then my coffin rating, I gotta give this one 5 coffins. It's a really good movie. Like I said, the special effects don't quite hold up, but there's nothing wrong with them either, so I give it 5
I mean,
coffins.
even though it's in the 80s, it's like a cornerstone movie.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
anything resembling,
That
spacey,
genre.
sci-fi, or horror, or any of it.
I feel like it's in the same category as Alien, that if this movie's not made, we don't get as many cool things to
Like
spin off.
weird offshooty things of space / something,
Like
or
even-
horror / something.
Even to this day, someone can make a part 2 to this movie, the way they ended.
Oh, technically they did, but it was a prequel, and from what I remember, it sucked.
Oh, really? Well, then there's more opportunity to make a better one.
No.
That's not how that works. Juan.
No, we're not touching that.
You can't make another part 2 of a part 2?
No.
Fast and
been
Furious
done?
is sure shit trying. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
We could call it 2.5.
I just said 3.5 reloaded.
Oh, there you go, right?
About the Narwhal movie that we haven't
Fast
made.
10 your seatbelt. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm a legit car dude where I have built shit in the past, and I'm still so pissed that they didn't do Fast 10 your seatbelts. It just went with the Fast X or whatever. the
Yeah,
hell they
it's
said.
dumb. Need better marketing. Anyway, I'm gonna give it. See, this is hard because we also have Poltergeist. I'm gonna get 4. I'm gonna give this 4.5 coffins. This is a super good movie. I think there's not enough good things to say about it. It's almost perfect in my eyes, but we'll get to that here in a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta agree with Juan. 5 coffins. And I said it myself. This is like a cornerstone movie of anything resembling what it is.
So moving on, we have. I have no idea what that was. I'm so sorry. June 4th, 1982. Did that backwards. Whatever. Poltergeist came out.
Well, because we had the other Polter something that was later.
No, you're right.
So that's why your dates were screwed up.
This movie. Oh, okay. So this movie is directed by Tobe Hooper. It's written by Steven Spielberg, Michael Grace, and Mark Victor, and it stars Jo Beth Williams, Heather O'Rourke, and Craig T. Nelson, which...
The coach?
Yeah, we're going to get into that. I'm not going to do any fun facts about this movie because I want to say it's on Shudder. There is a history of horror type thing, or Curse of Onset. I'll find it and I'll try and link the episode in the description of all of the shit that went down during the filming and after of this movie. It is truly some ghostly fucking spectral shit. But
paranormal AF, as the kid might say.
Plus, not to mention all the things that people say that was related to this movie
about the Indian burial ground and everything.
Yeah, no, not just that. I mean, the whole aspect of the, like, I don't know if you could call it conspiracy theories or whatever. Like for the longest time since this movie came out, I always heard that people always said that the little girl died because of this movie.
She did.
This and that. And
well, it may not have been because of the movie, but she did die after filming.
Right. But there was like a lot of stuff that goes along with this movie. So
that being said, fuck this movie. So I had talked about it when we did Children of the Corn, and the reason why I hate white children. This movie.
You realize you have three.
Oh no, I know. I'm well aware what I have.
3 white children.
Right.
And I was there when they were made. I was part of the process. Woo. But
hallelujah.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, before I had kids, white blonde-haired children unnerved me. I'm gonna talk about this more when we get to 28 Days Later. But I at Bone Temple. But I said I did say days anyway. I'm a big TV guy. I don't know if you guys know this about me. So the first time I saw Poltergeist,
wrestling is on TV. Yeah.
Everything's on TV. This was on TV.
Yes.
What fucks
You're the
with
TV generation.
right?
Yeah.
What fucks with me about this movie is two things. One, they're here scene, because the way she says it is embedded in my brain. And I hope one day my daughter never tells me that somebody's over and she does the weird, like, they're here type deal, because I'm going to lose my shit. And also, when I saw this movie, I had already watched The Coach. So, surprise to me, seeing Greg T. Nelson, I'm like, oh, hey, it's The Coach.
Right.
Oh, this movie isn't for kids. But like, on top of that, this is the movie that got me into learning about, like, wanting to get into horror in the sense of reading about it, because of everything that happened on set with this movie. This, The Exorcist, and a few others pushed me to learn about, like, background things and, production notes and, like, sound editing and just all of that. Like, that got me into...
How you make a static TV spooky, yeah.
Right, yeah. And...
the white noise.
And for a movie to be so eloquently parodied... Thank you. I think it's in the first scary movie.
Yeah.
Fucking masterpiece, man.
Yeah.
Also, fuck that claw. Anyway, Justin.
Fuck that clown. What are you talking about?
The little clown toy.
Yeah, I said fuck that clown.
I fucking hate that thing. I'm like, I don't have chlorophobia or what it is, or like the fear of clowns, but like...
I almost did because of this fucking movie. Oh my god. I was scared of clowns. That and clowns from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
So I think what saved me...
Maybe I'm the space guy because I am an alien. I always try to think of things that, like, freak me, and I can't think of anything ever.
I think also the thing that helped me not be scared of clowns is there's an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark where this kid walks into a fun house and he shit talks a clown, and then the fun house gets set on fire and there's this old man outside and he's like, "You like clowns?" And that's why I'm not afraid of clowns.
Oh, okay.
Also, growing up in the Midwest, I grew up with Bozo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not like, well, I'm
Bozo too.
obviously, like you guys as well, but I'm just saying, like, I was already used to seeing clowns and, like Ronald McDonald and everything. So I was never like afraid of clowns.
Well, me neither, but this movie almost made me afraid of clowns.
Because Pennywise,
Pennywise.
The Tim Curry edition.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Unsettled me until I saw Rocky Horror Picture Show and said, Pennywise has, like, that makes sense. I'd go hang out with him now. That's Tim Curry. I'm safe.
Yeah. All right, and not to jump straight back into Craig T. Nelson, but me and Allie and sometimes Nikki have been watching My Name is Earl. And I have seen that like a bunch because it's just a great ass show. Way back, however long ago. but we've been rewatching it lately, and I somehow completely forgot that Craig T. Nelson is literally like the crappy warden that can't figure anything out, like throughout a bunch of the seasons of the show at the prison that Earl eventually goes to. And I was just like, oh man, that's freaking funny. Because but no, I mean, Poltergeist, this is I guess I should be tired of using Cornerstone already, but this is another, like, This is like a cornerstone of, like, paranormal horror stuff. I mean, so many, like you said, with the parodying and, like, the other mediated stuff. It's just, it's really good. Solid, and, like, the little history to it, you know, with, like, the Native American, like, background type of thing. I don't know. I've always kind of been, like, a weird history guy anyway, where I'm just kind of constantly into history stuff. And, this is definitely, like, one of those top of the list ones, like you said, to, like, watch every so often.
This is definitely part of my, like, Halloween rewatch.
Yeah.
Like, this and, you know, The Thing. But this movie fucking floored me, man.
Yeah.
This was one of those, I'm gonna grab, it's like, oh, hey, like, ooh, what's... One, I couldn't even read the word when I put it in. I thought it was something completely different. It was, obviously one of those VHSs. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. Shouldn't have. Dark room, blanket over my head with a bowl of popcorn. Like, hey.
Yeah. No, and it was just, I don't know. Back then, it was cool to have a movie like this, because I've always kind of been into paranormal stuff anyway. I mean, because, like you go into, like, dimensional things and whatnot. Like, I just don't understand people who will, like, constantly just shit all day. Like, oh, it's all people making up bullshit. There's no ghosts. There's no nothing. What's wrong with you, you know?
I mean,
like, I dealt with that a lot in life. And, I mean, I don't know. I've always loved this movie kind of because of that, too.
And a lot
of
it,
like, tries to make, like, a normalcy. And then on top of it, it's not a normalcy, you know?
And a lot of it, too, is frequency-based, and a lot of it is static, and a lot of it's things that we can't explain, and you can't put an explanation on everything. So, no, I'm right there with you when it comes to this movie.
So, I had a problem when I was watching this movie. I've seen it before. I've seen it a long time ago.
But you had an issue with your rewatch.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. One, not that I had a problem with it per se, is I started having, which is funny because I know I had to mention this on the podcast before, but if I haven't, this is my little rant. I almost had a Mandela effect when watching this movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was watching it, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't fucking remember this. I don't remember this. I don't fucking remember this.
Yeah.
What's going on here? And I was like, am I having a Mandela effect? Because I don't remember this being in the movie that I watched. Like, for example, when they went into the room and all that shit was flying around, and the lamp went into the lamp went into the shade and then turned itself on. I was like, I don't fucking remember. When did the fuck? I was like, was this in the movie?
Yeah.
I was like, I do not fucking remember this.
Is this a Spielberg remake?
I remember the fucking clown. I remember the pool with the corpses popping up and shit like that. And and I remember the fucking tree, fucking tree, dude. Oh my god. I have problems with that tree.
The tree was cool.
But when you watch this movie when you're a kid,
thing and, like, fantasy and stuff.
But when you watch this movie when you're a kid, it fucks you up.
I was pretty young.
The first time watching this movie as a kid, this movie fucked me up.
This movie
fucked me up more than The Exorcist, which I know I mentioned that messed my nephew, my uncle Michael up. When he watched The Exorcist, because he's afraid of that little girl with her head spinning around. Scares the shit out of him even to this day. This movie fucked me up.
I think the Poltergeist, and I think we've all said it the best, but especially you, Juan. I think this is definitely the fuck that movie.
Yes.
Like, every object in this movie, you're like, God, I fucking hate that. Fuck that tree. Fuck that lamp. Fuck that clown. Fuck this family. Fuck this house. It's just like, fuck, it's. I think that's also might be the most of the times we ever said fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it is definitely one of those, like, fuck, I'm out of here type movies. Like, you know what? Y'all deal with this.
But I'll tell you what, this one movie did teach me
even like you
one
said
thing,
earlier,
though.
the car, because it was another spooky Plymouth.
Yep.
It's not just Christine, you know.
But this movie did teach me one thing, though, when I was a kid. It taught me that you could tell how far away the storm is by counting from the lightning to the thunder.
And
which I used to do that all the time when I was a kid.
I still do it to this day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually just taught my daughter that the other day.
Yeah, nice. I do that to this day still. I'm like, oh, let's see how far away the storm is.
And she gave me her "you're lying, Dad" look, and I was like, whatever, it works for me, kiddo.
Right, exactly. So this movie, but there's things, because I was like Mandela effect, and getting back to that. So there was things, and then after I was done watching the movie, I was like, you know what? I need to Google this shit. This stuff was in the movie that I watched when I was a kid, but actually there's a remake. So I wasn't having a Mandela effect.
You watched the remake?
Yeah, it was still the same movie.
Oh, okay.
They just added shit to it. They edited, it's like a remake, but it was edited. It was like they added
like
scenes.
The Star Wars special editions on VHS.
Like
they just added extra things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the one I watched for this podcast was the one after they added shit. So like I said, I thought it was having a Mandela effect. I was like, was this shit in the original movie? I don't remember this.
I mean, it's not even to say it's Mandela effect either, because the kitchen stuff being askew and everything.
Right.
I mean, think of how many movies there really are.
Right.
Where there's like the kitchen stuff is rearranged all crazy.
Right.
It's just over the years too, like it blends together slightly, Right.
But the one thing I do think is weird though is I don't remember the mom being so fucking blasé about everything when I watched this movie. And then she puts her little girl in a football helmet and says, look, watch this. And fucking lets her daughter slide across the room. I'd be fucking freaked out, dude, if I seen my chair go from one side of the house to the other, or one side of the kitchen to the other without anybody touching it. I'd be like, you know what? Pack your shit. We're out.
Yeah.
No, we can't afford this. Fuck that. I don't care. We're out. If I walk into a house that I just move into and I hear, get out, I'm like, fuck it, bye. I'm out. See ya. Y'all can live here. I'm gone. Especially when there's no one else in the house. I mean, unless I find out somebody's in my house living there and I didn't know it, then that's a fucking different story.
Yeah. No,
but I'm like, shit like that is so funny. And that I know a lot of movies make fun of stuff like that. And like, especially nowadays where they have the movies that make fun of horror movies and shit like that. But still, I don't know how, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how I'd react if some shit really happened like that to me, but I don't know. I just like to think that if something like that happened to me, I would not be like, hey, look, sit my kid there and be like, look, daddy.
Like, hey, we're all leaving now.
Right.
Pack your shit.
Right. I mean, the husband, I think, had the more reality type reaction than the wife did, because she thought it was all fun and games at first, and then all of a sudden when her daughter disappears and shit gets real.
Yeah.
Or, they started attacking her kids, and all of a sudden, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah, that's like, this is weird, and thank God I'm with you guys, but like, the way that, this movie's set up is, I realize that, maybe I'm not that white. Because the first thing that would have gone wrong, we're moving.
Right, exactly.
I'm out. I'm staying at a friend's house. Y'all can stay here.
Right. And, not to make fun of anything, but, like, if I'm moving into a house or if I'm going to buy a house, that's one thing I know I'm definitely going to do is I'm going to look at the fucking history of the house and the property and see if any fucking up shit went down before I even think about buying a house.
Well, I mean, if it's a situation like that, majority of the time, like, unless you're like super shut off, you can tell like something feels fucking incorrect.
Right, exactly. Like, hey, where's the Carfax for this house?
Right. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you sold me what?
Right, exactly. And it was built on a what?
Yeah.
But then again, I was thinking when I was watching this movie, I was like, nowadays, what wasn't a cemetery at one point? Or, we don't know all about history or what happened.
A lot of time in humanity is
right,
passed.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, granted, not so much here in America because we're more younger than other countries, but, like, if you went to another country, you don't know what happened in the fucking past, how many wars that were fought there, how many, battles that were fought.
Yeah, like, I was just watching something about Poland, and there's a castle in Poland that, like, it was allegedly built to keep like shit out of a circle to hell.
Right.
And like, and that supposedly like the foundation goes like way down or whatever.
Right.
So you can like geographically map it under the ground that it goes like, whoa, that's a long way. Right. And shit. And like, yeah, I mean Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
It just
like
makes
that.
you think.
Yeah.
I know stuff like movies like
You know,
this.
in
like that
America,
makes
we
you
couldn't
think.
have that because
exactly.
like nothing's old enough to like be dug into the ground that deep for a castle. You know,
Right,
like,
exactly.
unless the government put it there. But
Oh, and
that's
one
another
more
story.
one more thing to mention that I love the fact that I never knew this or not, but the actress that played the psychic or whatever, her name is Zelda.
Yeah.
I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, cool, Zelda. I was like, that's awesome first name. I never knew her name was Zelda. I just
don't know
know
if
that
it
she
was
was a
her,
cool
but-
actress.
Somebody in the movie, or I think it might have been her, is like an actual like medium in real life.
Oh, really?
And they just had her like play it basically. Yeah, but no, she was cool. I don't know if she's still alive though.
So, I guess I could jump to this. The kill count was 0.
Yes.
No one actually died in this movie.
Yeah.
There was a lot of ghosts, a lot of lunch meat flying around, but
A lot of already dead folks.
yeah, exactly, and a lot of lunch meat flying around, but no kills.
Right.
Yeah, and not to be funny, but yeah, the black guy survived in this movie.
Yeah.
Not to be funny, but yeah, how they're always saying that black people are the first ones to go in a horror movie. That's a horror movie. He survived.
Yeah.
Hello. But I do love the skull that jumps out of the closet, dude. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, that is cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and like the actual poltergeisty things like you guys were talking about earlier. I don't know, somewhere in the back of my mind, I try to like make it into some kind of physics thing. Like, hey, that's free energy. What can I do with that?
Right.
All right, Jeff. Got anything else?
No, I'm good. Like you guys probably hit everything on the head when it came to this movie. Like there's nothing else left to say. Like this is probably one of, if not one of the greatest horror movies of all time made.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like
So you want to get into the Koffin
we
rating?
can do the ratings.
Yeah. All right. Justin, you go first.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can't double up, right? So I guess I'll go 4.5 coffins, though.
I'm going 5.
Well, then, yeah. I meant to say 5, then. I thought we
5.
had that. I was still remembering that rule where we couldn't keep the same rating in the same episode.
Well, I
Well, individually,
Yes.
like I couldn't say all 3 movies were 5.
right.
But you can say 5 because my last movie was, so I can't say 5 for this one because I already said 5. That's what the
Well,
rule is.
I thought I did, too. That's
No,
what
you gave
No.
no. I don't think you gave the thing a 5.
No, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he
Oh, you
gave
did?
the 5. He agreed
Fuck
with
it, I don't give a
the 5.
shit.
Yeah, 5.
Run it.
Hey, it's our podcast.
It
We
is.
can change the rules if
But
we
like
want.
this, it's very flippable. From like I could easily have given the 5 to the Thing,
Right.
Yeah.
but Poltergeist janked me a whole lot more than the Thing did.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it fucked with me so much more. And at the age when I saw it and everything else, like that's got a lot to do with it too.
Right. So I'll give it 4.5 coffins.
All right.
Yep.
So moving on. Where are my notes, bitch? Where's my car,
On
Bruce?
to the much newer odd goings on.
Yes, actually, I think our first 2026 movie of 2026.
Damn. We probably should have figured that out ahead of time.
Should have, yeah, but it's fine. Our last movie of the night is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Came out January 26th, 2026. This is directed by Nia DaCosta, who is a fucking beast. This movie is so fucking good.
Yep.
Written by Alex Garland. And this stars Jack O'Connell as Sir Jimmy Crystal, Allie Williams as Spike.
Sir Lord Jimmy Crystal.
Yeah.
You're right.
Lord.
Yep, I'm going to hell, I guess.
Because he thought he was, the son of Satan or whatever.
Old Nick. Allie Williams as Spike. Aaron Kellyman as Jimmy Inc. Ray Fiennes as Dr. Kelson, and then Chai Lewis Perry as Samson. So the 2 facts that I found about this movie, because there's not a whole lot.
That's new.
The ones that I found interesting were filming began just 3 days after the shoot for Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later ended. Ray Fiennes said the film explores themes juxtaposing human violence with innate humanity amid brutality and the infected. Nia DaCosta stated that while the theme of the previous film was about the nature of family, the Bone Temple would be about the nature of evil, which would lead to the next film to be about the nature of redemption. Now, before we go any further into this, we will be spoiling the end of this movie. Because I think it's massive for what's about to come. So,
if you haven't watched this movie, pause now, watch the movie, and then come back to it.
I think it's on Netflix right now, too.
Yeah, it is on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So, my few takeaways from this movie are, I was watching it, got really hooked into this movie, and I'm like, wow, this villain is amazing. Like, this actor should play. Oh my god, it's the guy from Sinners. Like, it's Jack O'Connell. He did such a good job, with being the cult leader dickbag. But I think this is also in this movie has one of the very few instances of somebody getting high and then putting clothes on. Because that's what Samson did.
Right.
He got like morphine hit and was like, "Yep, time to put pants on." I was like, "You didn't want to do this before?" Oh, that's right. You're raging.
Usually it's the other way around. You get high and you want to take your clothes off.
Right. But I guess just Ray Fiennes makes you want to put your clothes on.
Like, oh shit, I'm getting hot. Let me take this off.
he took drugs and said, "Oh my god, it's cold outside."
You know. Well, he didn't shrink any. I'll tell you that much.
Right. There were so many scenes in this fucking movie where it's just like, oh my god, this is a really, important crux of this man. His dick's out. Like, god
Hey,
damn.
it reminded me of that one movie with the blue guy. What's his name?
Dr. Manhattan
Dr.
from The
Manhattan.
Watchmen.
The Watchmen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just everybody's
That
gonna die.
that was
your
a
blue
good-
dick's alright.
Yeah.
That was a good movie adaptation, though. Even though it was Zack Snyder.
almost shot for shot, word for word from the
Hey,
graphic
this puts
novel.
a whole new
Graphic
meaning
novel.
to the movie.
I
This movie
freaking
balls
love
out.
Watchmen graphic novel.
You are
though.
not lying, sir. What'd you say?
I freaking love Watchmen graphic novel, though.
Yeah.
It's
I thought you were
really
about to say something else.
good. No. That's just a good ass story, nonetheless.
So, speaking of why I hate white blonde-haired children, this movie.
Hey, a lot of credit to them. A lot of them weren't wearing wigs. Blah, blah.
So the first time that wig fell off the kid, like they pulled it off, and when he got, also the Quentin Tarantino amount of blood that came out of that kid's thigh.
Oh yeah.
I thought he stabbed him in the dick.
Oh yeah.
But like where he stabbed him, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill."
Yeah.
Does that happen? And then the one chick's like, "Oh,
Artery.
oh shit, he got an artery, mate." And I'm like, "Oh, that is true." This movie is fantastic, and I got a Iron Maiden music video out of it.
Oh, yeah.
So I was talking to Justin before we got here about this, and with as much Duran Duran as they played,
Oh yeah.
I was
And, like
waiting.
Radiohead and like
Yeah.
random other floaty stuff, basically.
I was waiting for a snippet of like Hungry Like the Wolf. But this movie really doesn't have the cannibalism aspect to it. We see Samson eating the brains of somebody, which is a
Right.
big zombie trope.
Right.
Yeah.
But outside of that, this movie's, again, like, like they said, like, this is just the nature of evil, like how that cultivates and how that stays in the world where there is almost nobody left.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because I thought that was part of the movie, or I don't know if it is or isn't part of the movie, but the fact that he was eating the brains and everybody else was just eating the bodies, I was like, maybe that was part of the reason why he came back at the end too. Because
No, it was the morphine. It was the drugs.
Right. Exactly.
Well, I mean,
It was the psychosis.
the entire time, like through that middle part of the movie, Ralph Fiennes' character is still a doctor,
right.
and he's of sound mind in that doctor frame of mind still. So, like, there's the one scene where he's talking about, a different doctor would tell you that psychosis and all this, know. So he, as far as I could tell, he tried to make like a cacophony of the psychosis, the physical, all that shit he said in that monologue.
Right.
So, I mean, my assumption is that he was attempting to cure Samson back to just a big ass dude instead of a zombie.
I love the scene where he's bringing that up to him, and he's like, the drug you're on now, because of your size, God, you're big. I only have a 2-week supply. Right. And he just starts pulling everything out and smashing it up. He was like, hopefully this works.
Yeah.
Well, that, and then I thought it was also funny because he was still drugged and sitting next to him, and he's like,
when he takes it,
whatever. When
I was like, oh great, there goes Dr. Kelson.
Yeah. I was thinking, oh, he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
The next scene we get, Dr. Kelson's dead, son of a bitch.
Right.
And then he wakes up and he's like, he's not there. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he's like, oh, still attached.
Yeah. And that damn train scene when Samson trots off, they shot that so damn well. Just the snap of he's seeing that in the train, ticket please, seeing this in the train, and then all of a sudden it's just all infected.
Right.
The snapshot they did for all of that was
right. And then
so
he looks
well
up
shot.
and he says, I don't have a ticket, and then they all and I was like, damn, dude, next time buy a ticket, shit.
What is this? Train to Busan?
Right, yeah,
and then the fact that it just leads into a freaking fight scene basically of him just Obafeming them all. Right,
he really was.
Yeah, basically he killed his tribe, didn't he? Because the one knows all the people that was left in his tribe.
Essentially, yeah. He was the alpha.
Because he's the alpha, and they were that was his people, his peeps. He killed his peeps because he became human again. Which, that was the one thing about this movie I'm not sure if I liked. And them finding a cure. And then him getting cured.
Well, I mean, it was bound to happen anyway. You couldn't keep making... I mean, you could keep making 28 Days Later movies.
I mean, they've
about
been
the
teasing at it the whole time. Because wasn't Weeks the kid that was, immune or some shit?
Yeah. In Weeks, it's the kid. In Days, it's Chris Eccleston's character, the doctor. Mm-hmm. Where they have the zombie outside, and because he didn't feed on human flesh... he almost reverted to a normal human-like state until he got let go and then fucking killed everybody in that building.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because he said he was immune. Yeah, the one kid was immune, or the mom was immune, but then she ended up getting killed. Yeah. So I could see that, but still, I was like, but it was still, the infection was still super, rampant or whatever at that time. Now, at this time, it's like you said, what they were hinting at in the first movie is that they're going to start dying off, blah, blah, blah. So the infection just would have went away naturally if you think of it that way. Because then if the infection dies off, if all the people that have the infection die and it didn't get a chance to affect anybody else, eventually it would disappear. It wouldn't be around to affect anybody else because it phased itself out.
And you almost feel for humanity in these movies, and I think it's because we went through COVID.
Right? Yeah.
Actually, I was going to mention that. I was like, the only thing that brings me back to this movie is not hating it completely because they cured the... Well, actually, he didn't cure it because he died, and Samson don't know how he got cured. So
I'm very curious in the third one to see if Samson gets his notes and there's enough of his...
Yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of weird to be before Samson was a zombie, he was a medical assistant or whatever. Been okay, don't do that. But to have enough, because Kelson barely he had memories of things, but he couldn't remember what they were.
Right.
At least whether by taste, sound, or just having a feeling for it. I mean, aside the other thing about this movie that I really enjoy is it's super introspectical about science and humanity.
Introspective, yeah.
And then here's a group of fucking white kids with blonde wigs skinning the shirts off of people. Oh, they're ripping their fucking skin off. Jesus fuck. That scene.
Right. Actually, that's kind of funny. When it comes to this movie, is that the zombies, they were doing because they have a virus, they have a whatever. But the Jimmies...
The humans were way fucking worse.
Yeah, they were way worse because they actually knew what they were doing. They know what they're... Well, I mean, the zombies or the infected have no choice because they're infected, but humans made that choice
zombie
to fuck
rabies
everybody else
all
up.
Throughout 28, yeah.
Right. I mean, humans make the choice to be that bad to other humans. It's not
I also thought one of the coldest lines to come out of Sir Lord Jimmy Crystal's mouth was, and when he was talking to Dr. Kelson, Kelson was like, "Why would I do this?" He was like, "Because if you don't, I'm gonna feed your own intestines." He was like, "I don't have a choice."
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But I gotta say we were actually right in our theory. Well, at least I like to believe that we were right in the theory about the Jimmys, about who the character was based off of.
Yes.
Even though they don't say it in the movie, but I've seen stuff. After watching the movie, I watched a little short documentary, and yes, they do kind of say, "Oh yeah, their Jimmys are based off of this guy," which is bad. But
do your research. It's a wild ass story.
Yeah, exactly. But also, they're also based off of Teletubby, Power Rangers, or whatever. I mean, they don't mention the Power Rangers, but the whole color thing to me so says Power Rangers.
When he was telling that Teletubby story, I was like, "This dude's fucking clocked." Like, I knew he was clocked,
right?
But I was like, "This man's talking about this shit like it's a religion."
Right.
I hated the Teletubbies.
Right. But they could go toward Power Rangers, but then
Wait,
again,
who the hell was it
Tinky
based
Winky,
off of? I didn't Google.
Lala, and whatever the other two stupid
give me a second.
Teletubbies were, they were all different colors, so that's probably where the color thing came from. Even though they were acting like Power Rangers, to me they felt like Power Rangers.
That one Jimmy was getting that Lala dance though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was just sad they never brought up Tinky Winky.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that always made me go, "Oh, what the fuck is this now?"
Right.
Oh yeah, with him and the
Tinky
purse.
Winky, yeah.
That's the purple one with the purse, right?
Yeah.
So, for those of you who may not know, Sir Jimmy Crystal, and 28 years later, the Bone Temple is based on the infamous British TV personality and sexual predator, Jimmy Salve.
Right.
Yeah.
Portrayed by Jack O'Connell, the character's appearance and persona mirror Salve, featuring bright tracksuits, blonde wigs, and the phrase "How's that?" To represent unchecked power. And he was TV presenter for the longest, and then after he died, all that shit came out about like what he had done, and it was it was so much to the point to where, like, obviously being an American, I heard about it.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking nuts.
Right.
How's that?
Yeah. How's that? But anyways, yeah. So I mean, it was a good movie. I liked it, but like I said, the only thing is I wasn't sure if I was happy about him curing Samson. But I know eventually it's got to go that way. But
I mean, that's a theme throughout the whole series. That
Right.
there's always something where, it could stop, and then it doesn't.
Right. Well, actually, what I wanted to happen, and what I wanted to happen is I wanted Samson to come and save the doctor. When the Jimmys showed up and he was doing his whole act or whatever, and then they were like, "Oh, we won," and then they were getting ready to fuck him up or kill him or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I thought Samson was going to come and save him. That's what I thought was going to happen.
That's what I
But
thought.
that didn't happen.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Right.
That while he was doing the performance, because Kelson was painted up, and I thought Samson was going to avert. He didn't know who he was going to was, and I thought the movie was just going to end up with Samson killing fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought was going to happen too. But it was nice that Samson picked up his body and took him to wherever. Hopefully he didn't need him after the movie was over.
I mean, speaking of cool shots, that whole thing where Jimmy thinks he's finally seeing Father Satan or Father Old Nick or whatever the hell you want to say. Yeah. And it's literally just Samson,
just walking.
Taking care of the guy that, helped him get more back to normal or whatever.
But I do like how he turned the fucking pages on him and tell him, you know Jesus, right? I was like, what happened to him? And then he would try to get his disciples to fuck him up. I was like, oh yeah, there you go.
I'm probably reading
because
way
he was
too
slaving Spike.
Right. That was really good once he realized that it was Spike. And at that moment I realized it was Spike. I was like, oh shit. Right. I should have watched the first one and it'll lead into this. I'm probably looking way too hard into this movie in this aspect, but the scene where it's Dr. Kelson's doing Number of the Beast, to see throughout all the Jimmys that how do I want to put this? That belief that that almost justification for what they believed is real, at least for a few minutes. And even Jimmy, like, though Jimmy knew what, you know, like what they had set up prior.
Yeah, May and Jimmy knew like the conversation and the deal.
But him dancing and getting, you know, all riled up, it almost reminded me. Yeah, it almost reminded me of the last, you know, like maybe a few moments before everything went down when he was younger, when his dad, you know, the being the priest, just giving this shit ass fucking character, this fucking cult leader, this 2 minutes of happiness.
Yeah.
It fucking floored me.
Hey, I got I almost said got confirmed. I'm like, oh wait, that's Catholicism. But no, like he had that affirmation in that moment. Yeah. That is cool to see.
I mean, he was almost starting to believe his own shit though, because the way he walked up to him and he's like, "Are you old Nick or whatever?" And he's like, "No, my name is Glenn or whatever." Right.
Well, old Nick's a trickster. Right. That's great. My name's Dr. Kelson.
Yeah. So then that is just like a British like slang for Satan.
Yes,
Old Nick.
Yeah, I had to look it up because that's also how like Krampus.
Yeah, because he's derived off of the Nicholas stuff
Nick,
too. Yeah, right. The Krampuses, or Krampus, as you should say.
True. Krampus. But no, I find this movie very good. But let's get into the meat and potatoes about this movie because I was not expecting that ending.
No, yeah.
Seeing,
I mean, well, considering it's all ramping back and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think my favorite thing with 28 as a series is the fact that, like, every single movie, the humans are more ridiculous and more ruthless than a zombie ever could be.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's, like, the best part about this entire series and always has been.
Of it.
Yeah. Where, like, the humans are absolutely worse than all the damn crazy Rage of Hall zombies.
But yes, I agree with you. The only thing it was missing is the lady too. It would have been great if she was in
because I was sitting there and I was like, okay, how's this movie gonna end? I was like, all right, he's hung upside down. He can't hear his dad's voice anymore. Bet he's gonna go loopy. It's gonna be fine. Oh shit! It's Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
And I'm staring at him and I'm like, why do I? Oh my god, yes.
Yeah,
and
that's how I felt too.
And when I didn't see his, who I'm going to presume, wife,
right,
or the other white girl, I can't remember her name either.
Oh yeah, the daughter
of the old guy that died.
Yeah, she wasn't there either.
But there's eggs on the table, and they have their initials on them.
Oh, they do.
So whether it's a remembrance, or they're just out. Right. I didn't think that they were going to bring them in for what is about to happen. Right. And what I enjoy.
Well, hopefully they bring them into the next one.
I really hope so. But what I enjoy about 28 Days Later.
Or they can get them anyways.
That's very true too. What I enjoy about 28 Days Later is that from days to weeks to years, which is crazy.
Yeah, it was Naomi Harris, Selena.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that, and you know the child's like, you know, African American-ish, basically.
Yeah, so
you're assuming that it was Cillian Murphy, Jim character, and Selena after they had finally got away and like tried to do something.
Yeah, because they were in the same house.
Yeah,
that was the same house. Where they did the help.
Oh yeah, which means that they never got picked up.
Right.
Because in 28 weeks later, we're shown that even if people did get picked up, they got thrown into the city, and we saw what happened to Hawkeye. So.
So they were living there. So they're living there that whole time.
Right. But what I enjoy about this movie series is that the only constant for it is the infection or the infected, and what that has caused to humanity in these separate instances. And now that you're doing the trilogy, now you bring back Cillian Murphy because we all thought he was dead. A lot of people thought he was a zombie in the first one. In the first 28 years later.
Yeah, because there was a guy that looked like him that was...
That's what everybody thought, like, oh, he got turned, and it's an Easter egg. So I'm very happy that they, like, every movie they did bring back, oh, here's Cillian again, or here's, you know, so-and-so, because there's not many survivors of these movies.
Right.
At least for enough to count to be like, oh, hey, this character is important, but it's Cillian Murphy. This man played Scarecrow. Let's fucking go.
Right.
I gotta finish Peaky Blinders. That's on me.
Yeah, but I'm glad they got him for the ending of this movie, and I'm hoping he's in the next one. Because, so what I found out is there is going to be another one. So, yay!
Yeah, I'm very.
I don't know what the
the
title's gonna be, but
28 years later, sorry,
28 decades.
God,
28 hours.
Because that's after years, isn't it?
time travel.
Yeah.
No,
Isn't that's what's directly after years would be decades, right?
About
Yeah.
28 hours.
I was gonna say 28 years later, the first 48.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see what they're gonna title the next movie.
I'm also curious to see if they
Oh,
bring
it could
back
also be Salvation.
that's true too.
That'd be a good title.
I think my biggest thing, and I heard somebody else talk about this, so I can't take credit for it, but the thing that I'm looking forward to in the third one is, one, if they bring Kick-Ass back.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I can't remember the actor's name right now. Shit, I'm sorry.
A female?
No.
The girl?
The guy from the first one, Alfie's dad.
Oh yeah.
Why can I not think of his name?
Obviously.
The Spike's dad.
Oh, Spike's there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He just played Craven the Hunter. I know him as Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of his damn actor name either.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna loop back to that because that pregnant girl got away.
Right.
So I'm wondering if she finds Heaven Isle from the first movie, and Cillian and these kids, but like, oh hey, like Spike tells them like, yo, we have a whole island, like
Right.
you can just live there. They get back to the island. That girl goes crazy on the two kids in tracksuits who tried to kill her.
Right.
And I wonder if that is going to be the focal point of the movie, of them trying to be like, no, like we followed old Nick and Satan, and like, I think you're right. It might have to do something with salvation.
Right. I think or like redemption, or like even redemption, because I mean the girl with the only Jimmy that's left with the cross in her head, she's got to deal with what she did while she was a Jimmy. I mean, she's got to.
Yeah, just because she like befriended Spike basically towards
Right,
all
exactly.
the ending.
Right, and then I was thinking that if her and Spike hook up, then
Jimmy Spike.
yeah, Spike Jimmy,
Yeah.
or whatever Spike's last name is.
It also confused me in the beginning of the movie when they're like, hey, Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy.
yeah,
And I was
exactly.
like, am I missing something? Are they just talking about the main guy? Oh, they're all named Jimmy. Oh, what a
right.
fucking wonderful family.
I think that was my favorite.
But
thing
they were all Jimmy something name or
with
whatever.
the years to years semicolon is at the end. You're like, oh, what the fuck? They just ruined this goddamn movie. What are these weird like? Assumably Swedish-looking people doing here, being all weird.
Why are the Dutch in this movie?
Yeah, or some
The
shit,
Dutch
something
wig.
like that. Yeah, the blonde hair, you didn't know it was a wig. And then they go right to this movie, and it's like, oh yeah, they're all wearing wigs, and they're still just weird British people. They're just, they just think they're following Satan. Okay, that's fine, cool.
See,
Which,
kids,
that was
rock and
kinda
roll
weird.
music does save you.
Because he was the son of a preacher, but then all of a sudden he went to become a Satan worshiper. I mean, I
Because
was like, where the fuck did
he
that
made
from?
himself believe that his dad
Was the leader of the
Was leading
Yes,
the
was-
army of the dead as
Right.
like a Satan character.
Right.
And that-
instead of a priest.
and that
Yeah, that's
justified his notion to kill people because he
Right.
thought he was doing, in his
Lord's
eyes,
work.
the Lord's work.
Right.
In actuality, Satan's work.
Right.
And I thought Dr. Kelson, I mean, we're going on and on here, but I thought Dr. Kelson did a really good job with the whole, like, I'm an atheist, you're a
Oh, yeah.
Satanist. I've been waiting for this conversation. Have you? Really?
Yeah, that was good too. I like that one.
I mean, yeah, it's a bone temple. He processed all of those motherfuckers hanging up in the bone temple.
Yeah.
So he's been sitting around for a lot using his mind because he still has it.
One boy said, he was like, oh, so he was like, this is your castle? No, it's an ossuary. I don't know what that means. This is your castle?
Right.
Jackal? It's Jackal? You guys want to get into the ratings and the kill
Yeah.
count?
So the kills for this movie, 19 kills.
Fair enough.
Also, props to the kid in the barn who was like, I'm setting everybody on fire.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
all of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the redhead too, the pregnant redhead. I think she was a redhead, right? She was redhead.
So, that scene when Jimmy Lala, that's what I'm going to call her because she did the dance.
Mm-hmm.
when she was giving shit to the kid, she's like, "Oh, you picked me because I was the weakest, this, that, and everything."
Because you thought I was the weakest.
Right.
Right.
The sound of what happened, I was like, "Oh, he grabbed the knife and he stabbed her." And then they point down to him and he's like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" And then they show the back of her head.
Oh,
I was like, "Oh my god."
That was like a really good tearaway shot for that, though.
Yeah.
That was I was suspended for a while. I was just confused as everybody else. I was like, "The fuck you mean?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was. Oh yeah, sorry, my rating.
Oh no, you're good. I forgot about that guy.
No, my rating. I give this movie 3 coffins because, like I said, I wasn't that happy about The Cure, but other than that, the movie was really good.
I'm gonna give this 3.5 coffins. I do like it more than the first one.
The first years. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. The first 28 years movie. Because that one is, I mean, obviously more infected. It's more reminiscent of what days and weeks is. Which is perfectly fine. Like that's
It's following the formula a little more.
That was it was a Danny Boyle film, which I guess for the third one, as long as the studio allows it, Danny Boyle is going to come back to direct the third one. But
Actually,
also, as much as I love Danny Boyle, no offense, my guy, you've done a bunch of these. Leave this shit to Nia DaCosta. This was fucking fantastic. This was
really
a
well.
beautifully shot movie.
Yeah.
Before you do your rating, I want to say one more thing, and I'm glad the one thing they did do to this movie that I thought was good is that they did not mention at all that the infection was mutating like they did in the first 28 years. I did not like that at all, and I think I mentioned that when we did the review how the infection.
Well, I
was
mean, they
starting
had to
mutate.
say that for the fact that there's an alpha zombie now.
Right. Well, I guess. Yeah. Yeah,
And
but
then
the
he
fat
ends
ones
up
that
being
were crawling
pivotal
around-
anyway. So I mean,
Right. Yeah, but I'm talking about like the fat ones that were rolling around and crawling around or whatever. Like they were saying it was mutating to people.
Yeah, so they got carried away with the fact
Yeah.
that they needed to set up an alpha zombie. You're
Right.
right. Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
I'm gonna go for the ha 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 ha. I'm gonna go 5 coffins for this one a third time because I gives no fucks. It's zombies. It's heady, and I've said it before on here. I like them heady movies where you gotta think and do some thinkings and things as well as be entertained.
This movie made me think a whole lot more after I got done watching it, and I think that's like during the movie I'm like, okay, this is all philosophical. I get it. Behind it, and the movie ends, and you're just like, oh no, wait a minute. Did I just get a life lesson about philosophy? And you kind of do. And Ray finds, to double back to last week, if obviously I know you two did, but to all of our new listeners, which I greatly appreciate. We greatly appreciate. Ray Fiennes as an actor, he is so. No matter the role, he is dialed in 100%. Whether it's,
I'm pretty sure the Brits gave him the sir.
to where, I hope they did.
I think I don't actually remember.
From,
Sir Ray Fiennes
to Dr. Kelson in this to he was in Red Dragon. He is Red Dragon. He's the copycat in Red Dragon. The Menu, such a good fucking movie. And even as Voldemort, he commanded such a presence.
Oh yeah.
So this movie's really fucking good. But that does it for us. That's another one dug up, dusted off, and dragged through the dark with us here at the Koffin Click. If you survived this review, congratulations. You're officially tougher than half the monsters we cover. Until next time, keep your garlic handy, your lights low, and your standards flexible. This is your 3 host signing off from the Koffin Click. Sleep tight, because something out there won't.